Hey everybody, Steven here, and today I'm talking about the latest update to No Man's Sky, which is the Living Ship update. So the original plan was to showcase myself getting this thing, but it turned out this is it's a bigger grind than I was anticipating. So I'm still going to get this thing, it's going to take me a little bit longer to actually get it. And so Sean Murray has talked about they're rolling out these updates, right? And we're getting some of them like every couple weeks now. So instead of every like 8 months where they have this massive update, he said a lot of times there's these little things that are done before that big update comes out, and might as well just release them so players actually have something to continue to do in the world, which is awesome. And I'm going to talk about kind of the grind portion of the game at the end of this and give my thoughts on it, but with the latest updates, it's the attempt to keep the player base around. I think it's really, really awesome what they're doing with this stuff, and the fact that the world is just growing, especially when you compare it to when it first came out. I mean, it's not the same game. It's actually really, really fun. So with the Living Ship update right here, they have a trailer, and I'm going to put a link for this page. But with this, we have the living ships were actually they actually have a dozen of procedurally generated variations. So with this, the cool thing is you're going to have a bunch of just unique ships flying around now. And I love the look of this thing. This is probably one of my favorites right here. So with this, it comes with different organic technologies that you're going to need. These are all procedurally generated for a customized evolved loadout, which is really, really cool. We actually get to see here too some of these things on this. Pulsing heart, grafted eyes, vast crevice, some of the stuff. We got some innuendos going on in here, it looks like. So cool stuff that they're adding there. Now in order to get this too, you actually have to go to the space anomaly, and you actually have to buy this void egg here, and it's 3,200 quicksilver. I don't have it, which is kind of where I hit this standstill with it. So I just spent all of mine, so I'm going to have to grind a little bit more. And I know there are cheats out there where people are actually getting quicksilver really, really quick. I haven't messed with any of those, but once you actually get that, you actually have to start the Starbirth mission here. And this is going to take you through the ancient Korvax experiments that led to the birth of these sentient starships. There are 12 basically glyphs that you have to find in order to open a portal to get to the point in that story where you can actually essentially grow this new ship. So you're going to have to incubate it and then grow it, and then based off things that you're giving to it, that's actually going to affect the look of the ship, which is really, really cool. But it also means like that's just the grind of getting the quicksilver, and then the grind of going through all these glyphs. It's going to take a long time. Now I have I'm going to essentially attach a link for an article that talks about the glyphs and basically where to go and how to find them. So hopefully that helps anybody that's looking for them. The cool thing is once you actually get it, especially in VR, like which this would be in VR, right? It's that organic cockpit that you're looking at here. So that's going to be really, really cool to mess around with. Beyond that, with this update as well, we have new space encounters, so mysterious space objects and strange new life forms pulsing through a star system. That's really, really cool, because what we're getting now is, instead of there just being asteroids out there, right, you actually have these unique objects to go look for. So just another layer to gameplay, which is cool. And it says right here, they often yield rewards and are more dangerous encounters. And then space NPCs. This is really cool as well. So you can find these just kind of floating around. You have the potential to hail your communicator in space. These alien life forms often stock specialty items for sale, but some may need assistance or approach with more questionable intentions. So that is really, really cool. They've also made it so that you can just directly split stacks in half if you need to, so a shortcut for that. And then multiplayer, you can actually warp as a group now versus you would all do it individually, right, and then have to find each other. So you have the patch notes here as well. So that is it with the video. The second half here though, and it really has to do with the egg. I mean, it's a grind to get a lot of these objects, and you get to get quicksilver with the missions. You get 3 or 4 every day that you can do, and then on the weekends they have bonuses. And I get it, they're trying to entice the player to come back, but in order to do those missions, you're looking at, for an average one, like 200 to 250 quicksilver. I was on one, and it wanted me to scan 18 different fauna, 9 on one planet and 9 on another, and the guy I was with bailed, so I was going to have to do all 18 by myself. Like, that takes 30 to 45 minutes to do for 200 quicksilver or 250 quicksilver. I had another one where I had to go destroy some fauna on a planet. Well, it needed me to do like 13 of them. Well, that took like 40 minutes to do, and it's just not, in my opinion, fun enough gameplay. It's very repetitive, but it's not fun enough to entice me to keep going. So like I said, I've already spent my quicksilver. Now I have to go grind to get 3,200, and I don't have that much. So that's my only complaint with the game right now. I like the direction they're going with all this stuff, but the grind aspect is just not fun for me personally with trying to get these things. Now, trying to get the ship too, trying to find these 12 glyphs that we need to find, like, it just, that same thing. I've had missions where I needed to do that just gameplay isn't that fun for me. You're literally just running from spot to spot, right? You're just tracking down these items. There's not a lot to do on the in-between. You're not battling people or anything like that. So hopefully what we see in the future with these updates is tweaks to those gameplays, new missions and things like that, that actually just add an extra layer of depth to the game, so it doesn't feel like a grind in order to get something cool like this, right? That ship looks amazing, but it's going to take me a while to actually get it. And not that that's not a problem. Like, that's fine. Yeah, if they want it, like, hey, the player has to earn it, they have to put in time with it, that's fine. But the gameplay needs to be a little bit better, in my opinion, to actually elicit the attempt for me to really do that, right? To really entice me to actually want to do that, where right now it just literally feels like a grind. So, but that's just my personal opinion. I want to hear from you guys. What do you think, not only with the new updates, but that grind kind of portion of the gameplay that you have to do in order to get some of these things? So that is it, everybody. If you like the video, hit the like button for me. If you want to continue to follow along with all of my content, hit the subscribe button for me. The second I have enough, I'm actually going to start the mission, and I'm actually going to showcase this on the channel as well. It just may take me a little while, but I will have that link for the article talking about how to get it in the description below, so you guys can check that out as well. So thank you so much for watching.